Hello, welcome. As part of the IABA's curation team for the 2022 graduation show titled In Person, In Situ, myself and Kieran would like to present to you how we have gone about this process as our Project X behind the screen. And more specifically, how the curation of moving image-based work became a role in itself, having its own design problems and developments quite early on in the show's development. Because of this, project manager Grace had suggested the idea of team leaders to take on more responsibility within the differing teams.
So one of the obstacles we were running into was how we were going to display animation and film-based work when the venue was currently without a dedicated screening space.
Which sounded particularly appetizing to me, as I love this kind of problem solving, as it encompasses both animation and spatial design.
We also felt that in the context of multidisciplinary exhibitions, the animation side of things can often become lost and disconnected from the rest of the show.
This further inspired me to consider how we could resolve this idea through curation to develop more connected, innovative and impressive ways of displaying all of our work. Over to you, Kieran.
Similarly, I was interested in pursuing curation and exhibition design while becoming more familiar with using virtual reality as a method of production, after initially exploring its potential in my EPP. And so I felt co-leading animation's curation for our degree show would be the perfect opportunity to help develop such skills and apply them. During the first visits to our venue, Candid Arts and Angel, we began to suss out the scope of what could be.
We drew, filmed, recorded and measured the 3 floors to ultimately recreate the space in both physical and digital forms. We designed our own floor plans and we used foam board to create rough maquettes with the rest of the curation team that will be ideal to have with us in the coming meetings going forward.
As well as rebuilding the space in 3D and VR programs, we did so in an effort to test the character of our curation designs, alongside emulating how we want our audience to navigate through the space.
Also, on a practical level, given the time constraints on the day of installation, we will only have a day and a half to fully set up the show before the private view at 7 p.m. on the 24th of June. We realised we would need something very accurate but also visual to help us coordinate such a massive space and arrange everyone's work in an ambitious and efficient way.
As we continued to discuss these ideas with other teams, we recognised that the immersive VR software Tiltbrush held a lot of potential to help us in this way.
As for our workflow on this project, we had some architectural help from Clara to help me learn how to make floor plans on AutoCAD. I then took them into Blender to build the space in 3D and to connect the floors together with their respective stairwells, so that we could model the movement of potential users of the space and how it might flow.
Whilst Niko was working on that, I created the assets to fill the space. Curtains, walls, chairs, glasses, fire exits, tables, you name it, we made it. This allowed us to really test different curatorial proposals, but keep our visual language close to that of the actual venue. As a result, Niko and I now feel we can do so efficiently and effectively.
Moving forward, we hope that our tool will be useful in the coming weeks to help the curation team prepare for the show.
As we're all visual learners, we feel this will be vital in visualising and communicating the developments of all 3 floors of In Person, In Situ as we continue to work together and with the rest of the course.
Disconnected from the rest of the show.
This further inspired me to consider how we could resolve this idea.
Missing there, and then you've got curtains in between, and then you go through